Paddington. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. In this video we are going to be reviewing the Paddington movie, which is a live action family comedy movie that stars the popular heartwarming anthropomorphic bear, and this film serves as his origin story. Now, I was really pleasantly surprised by this movie as it's such a fun, easy to watch, light-hearted movie that has got so much charm and so much heart as well, and I really like the fact that this character is just so positive, and I feel like as a result he's a really great role model, and I cannot wait to break down the first Paddington movie for you in this video review. So from a storyline point of view, like I said before, this is an origin movie, so you see how and why the Paddington character leaves his adopted family home in Peru to find a new home in London. Over there he meets the Brown family and very quickly gets embroiled in an adventure that sees him fighting for his life. Now, from a positive point of view, I think this movie is actually pretty fast paced. It doesn't linger in any scene for any longer than it needs to. It very quickly paces through everything, which definitely keeps your excitement and your attention throughout the movie. I feel like the Paddington character is a really positive and endearing character, and as a result he's really likable, so I feel like you can definitely get behind him in terms of all of the adventure that happens in this movie as well. I feel like there's great conflict and tension being caused with the Mr. Brown character in the beginning not really wanting to accept the Paddington character, as well as the Millicent evil villainous character who wants to turn Paddington Bear into a museum exhibition. And I also feel like the animation style in this movie works so well. You wouldn't think that the Paddington Bear is actually a computer generated anthropomorphic bear, as he looks so realistic and just works so seamlessly in this live action adaptation. However, from a negative point of view, I feel like whilst this movie is definitely a family comedy movie for all ages, it definitely skews a little bit younger. I feel like they could have had a little bit more diversity in this movie as well, and they definitely could have upped the danger in this film as well. However, that being said, all of those attributes are addressed in the sequel, and overall from a storyline point of view, the first Paddington movie is incredibly charming. So from a casting characters point of view, they've got some brilliant names associated with the Paddington franchise, so let's go through them one by one. So first up we of course have Ben Whishaw, who voices the Paddington character, and he definitely voices him in terms of being a very positive, polite and pleasant character, and he really does show the value in being a really good person. And I think it's really interesting as the actor also went on to voice this character in the Paddington animated TV series, so there's definitely a lot of continuity from this actor's point of view. Next up we have Hugh Bonneville, who is playing the Mr. Brown character, and he's got a lot of range with this character, as at first he's being very strict. He's not the biggest fan of the Paddington character, and he just kind of wants to get him out of the house. And we also then see his very humorous side, and he gets won over by the Paddington character, which I think is really interesting. Next up we have Sally Hawkins, who is playing the Mrs. Brown character, and she is very zany and very funny and is just so light-hearted as well, and I feel like she really complements the Paddington character really well, and is also a bit of a cool mother character as well. Next up we have Julia Walters, who is playing the housekeeper character, and she has her own hilarious sequence in this movie as well with the security guard at the Natural History Museum. Next up we have Nicole Kidman, who is playing the main villain in this movie, and she just steps into that role so brilliantly, so effortlessly, playing the Millicent evil character. And also you are able to understand where this character is coming from in terms of why she wants to stuff the Paddington character. Obviously what she's doing is very evil and you don't agree with it, but I think it's really great that you understand at least where this character is coming from, so they're not being evil for the sake of being evil. And then finally we have Peter Capaldi, who is playing the Mr. Curry character, who is the nosy neighbour that isn't the biggest fan of the Browns and of Paddington as well, and at points is working with the Millicent character, whether he knows it or he doesn't know it. And so from a casting character's point of view overall, I feel like Paddington is incredibly strong. So from a visuals point of view, I feel like Paddington is absolutely awesome. I think they did an excellent job with the animation style and the execution in this film. It looks incredibly vibrant and you're really immersed into this world. All of the set pieces look really cool as well. All of the flashbacks look really great. All of the scenes in Peru in the beginning of this movie are great as well. It's really making you want to go and travel to Peru as well. And I think the chase sequence at the end of this movie in the Natural History Museum looks absolutely awesome as well. And so from a visuals point of view, Paddington the first movie looks pretty awesome. In terms of comparisons, I feel like this is a really great origin movie and an adventure movie as well, and I feel like it sets up the franchise really successfully as well. In terms of comparing it to other movies within this genre, I think it's so much stronger than Dr. Dolittle, Peter Rabbit and Christopher Robin as well, and so from a comparison point of view, Paddington is definitely one of the better live action adventure movies. So overall, I have to say I really enjoyed the first Paddington movie. I think it's a really heartwarming family comedy movie that really did go to show, in a very similar way to Harry Potter, that British family comedy movies can be absolutely awesome and definitely can contend with their American counterparts. I feel like from a storyline point of view, this movie was really strong. All of the characters are absolutely brilliant. I think the heart of the Paddington character is definitely what carries it through, and so for all of those reasons, I have to give it a solid 7 out of 10. I'd love to hear what you think, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.